Namaskar. A few words before we jump into our topic of the day. About a couple of hours ago, I think 6 a.m. IST, an episode Parashurama. It's a 4-part episode. 4 episodes in this series. Parashurama, part 1 dropped. And a lot of you have given a lot of inputs. And I just wanted to first share with you the intent of creating this series on Parashurama. Parashurama is one of those avatars who is not that well mentioned. All we know is that he did kill a lot of Kshatriyas. But beyond that, why he did that, what was the purpose, what else did he do, all those things are lost. I mean, most of us did not grow up learning about that. And I can see from the response of the video that many of us, since we know this, we are just giving it a skip. Fair enough. Now, those of us who are probably plus or minus 20 years of my age, we all know what Parashurama is. Now, the idea of making this episodic series is for our Gen Z, millennials, Gen X, Gen Y, and so on, who have all grown up in various parts of the world with not much time for Hinduism. Whether it was the parents or the children, they haven't had much time for Hinduism. But if we do happen to see some of these Gen Z, for example, who are doing what is called as bhajan clubbing, I mean, there is spirituality, there is religion coming back. I mean, we want to tell them, oh, did you know that there was an avatar by the name of Parashurama who preceded Rama? And do you know what happened? That is what I want to try and encourage. I would like all of us to pass it on to that generation who are curious about what it is, and that's what I have been trying to encourage. And I hope by this message you understand that this is the intent of this series. As to the mistakes there, think of it like this. There is in kacheris, you will see somebody who's playing a ghatam. A ghatam is a pot-like instrument. It looks like a pot. It's a really big pot, and the person who's playing it also has a pot belly, and he rests this pot on his pot belly, and then he plays it just like you would play mridangam or tabla. Now, sometimes what happens is the pot is not tuned right. If the pot is not tuned right, it might look very nice, but the sound that will come out of it will not be right. And no matter what you do, it will not change itself. So in Telugu, they have a phrase for that. It's called Mondi Ghatam. Mondi means somebody who is like, set, won't change, that kind of stuff. Unfortunately, artificial intelligence is exactly like that. It is still learning a lot of things, and what we teach, sometimes it will refuse to learn. No matter how many times we tell them, look, you need to put the jano, it will not put it. And if it puts it, it will do something else, some other bigger mistake, and you can't correct it because you're spending a lot of time and effort. This is why I said that artificial intelligence is still work in progress, and I'm really not sure if it will ever reach a point where you can think this is the real thing. So let's get back to Gen Z and bhajan clubbing. These kids, you want to tell them, okay, go and watch this video series, right? What are they going to do? They are going to, just like they watch a OTT, they'll read the comments to see what kind of comments are there. And then they'll decide whether they want to spend the time watching it or reading it or whatever, right? So if we give comments which are pointing to the fallacies of the video, then they'll turn around and tell, oh, uncle, grandpa, this has got a lot of mistakes. I don't want to read something that has a lot of mistakes. The mistakes are like incorrectables. So just take it that way. We are doing our best to try and correct it. And every episode you will see a little bit improvement, but some cannot be corrected. It takes us 4 to 6 weeks to come up with a 7-minute video. So you understand the amount of time that goes into it. Rather than finding the mistakes and omissions, I would encourage all of you to find what is unique about it. What are the good things we have done? For example, you look at the Mathura series and look at the Parashurama series, see the difference in rendering. Is it better? Are things getting better? Because this is directly reflective of our effort and also what AI can do and what are the limits of AI. I hope I've explained to you. And please look at it from that point of view and also share it among the younger generation. They really need to understand it. They did not grow up with Chanda Mama. Thank you so much. Now let's talk about what is going on in America. You know, every so often, in fact, now it's become a daily affair. Every day, somebody or the other is taking pot shots from the Republican Party at Ilhan Omar. Today, at a cabinet meeting, there was a press conference right after that. Trump weighs in, and let's take a look at what he said. Here we go.
Have taken billions of dollars out of our country. They've taken billions and billions of dollars. They have a representative, Ilhan Omar, who they say married her brother. It's a fraud. She tries to deny it now, but you can't really deny it because, you know, it just happened. She shouldn't be allowed to be a congresswoman, and I'm sure people are looking at that. And she should be thrown the hell out of our country. And most of those people, they have destroyed Minnesota, okay? Minnesota, you have an incompetent governor. You have a crooked governor. He's crooked as hell, but he's incompetent. Waltz he should be ashamed. That beautiful land, that beautiful state, it's a...
So you get the idea. Trump says that Ilhan Omar should be removed out of the country, and that the Somalian effigies there have caused huge scam, and this is running into billions now, and that's something that I've given in the description. Then he says that she should leave. Well, aren't you the president? Can't you make this thing happen? Hasn't proof been supplied already? And why is it that Republicans every other day are talking about it? There's a congresswoman, I think Nancy Mace. There's also the Florida governor who talked about it. Why are you are in power, whether it's in Florida or in Congress or in the White House, you are in power. Why are you not doing something about it? So I thought I'll put together an infographic to tell you what really is possible and what is not possible with this. And by the way, the story that is being said about her marrying her brother, there are lots of people who have given copious amounts of documents. As to why the FBI has not acted on it yet, only the FBI can explain. Even now, under 𝗥𝗘𝗙𝗪, who says that he's going to go after all these people, nothing has happened so far. At least we don't know. Until the FBI comes out with a case, a press conference, and says, we are doing this. But that's not all. There is more to this than meets the eye. And that's what I'm going to show you by way of the infographic. And a request to all of you to please like this video. And if you have not subscribed to our channel, do subscribe to our channel. Here we go. The Ilhan Omar controversy. Let me just pull it up 1 second. Okay. Immigration fraud. The claim is that she has committed immigration fraud. Immigration fraud is for life. Now that there are conditions to this. Conditions apply. That's what we are going to talk about. The theory is, critics allege that Representative Omar married 𝗟𝗡𝗙𝗪 in 2009 solely to grant him immigration benefits. The twist is, allegations claim 𝗟𝗡𝗙 is actually her biological brother. If true, the marriage would be void and fraudulent. Okay, so this is what it is. Then why no prosecution? Even if Republicans are in power, the legal system has strict rules that prevent immediate action. So let's just pause here for a minute and look at the statute of limitations. For marriage fraud, the time limit has run out because the said event happened in 2009 and it expired in 2014. So it is for that statute of limitation, it is too late for criminal charges. Next, the evidence gap. The US legal standard is beyond a reasonable doubt. And the explanation given here is that Somalia's civil war has destroyed birth records. There is no DNA evidence in public, and rumors and blogs are not evidence in court. Now, let's take a look at a story that appeared, of all places, in it's called London Daily, and this appeared on the 3rd. So we are still in 3rd in the United States. So what happened is that Omar was engaged to Ahmed Hersi in 2002. But she says that she did not legally marry 𝗪𝗓𝗍, but she had children with him. Then if you poke further, some of the stories say she got married under Islamic laws, not under civil laws. Therefore, it should not be counted as a marriage. You know why? Because in 2009, she married this person by the name of Ahmed something 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 something. I'm missing the name, but you get the idea. Her so-called brother. This person was a citizen of United Kingdom. He came into United States, gets married to Ilhan Omar, and then the interesting thing is this: he is married to her. Okay, in 2008, Omar splits with 𝗪𝗓𝗍, the first person who she married under Islamic law. Then in 2008, she splits with him, and in 2009 marries this other guy, Ahmed something something, Noor. Okay, the interesting thing is that after she gets married, 𝗪𝗓𝗍, Omar, and the new husband Noor, they all are staying in the same apartment building while going to college simultaneously, and there are children from the first marriage. All this happened at the taxpayer's expense, and they all graduate. And in 2012, because see, 2009 to 2012, 2 years, 3 years, some college education has done. Then the brother husband is done with it, and she gets reunited with her first husband 𝗪𝗓𝗍 in 2012, while still being married to the other guy. I mean, that also is illegal, but that's what they are saying: marriage fraud. You cannot. Time has run out. Then what happens is, in 2017, Ilhan Omar says that she has separated from 𝗟𝗚𝗎, the brother husband, as or I should say the alleged brother / husband. Husband is not alleged brother. Okay, this person, she claims that she states under oath that she has no way of contacting him. A sister tells no way of contacting her brother. Okay, now the interesting thing again here is that last year what happened was, there is a site called Daily Caller. This Daily Caller reported that the said alleged brother was actually designing source code for a website run by Omar's sister from Nairobi, Kenya. Nobody has gone anywhere. Everybody is available. Okay, so if the FBI wants to make a fist of this case, it definitely can, but it's not doing it. Why is it not doing it? That is the question. Why is the FBI not doing that? So what exactly should be the process? The process is that you need to prove that the DNA of her brother, alleged brother, and Ilhan Omar are having a 99.999998% match. This is what these data, these documents were obtained by one guy, a Republican operative, and he was about to go public, but he had some other problem for which he got jailed, and this thing got buried, but he still managed to get the story out. How did he obtain the DNA? Ilhan Omar smokes, so he got it from her cigarette butt, and the 𝗟𝗎𝗍 guy, her alleged brother, she got, I think, saliva, something, maybe tasting a straw or something like that, and it was sent to a professional lab. The lab has checked it, and they declared that the DNA is 99.999998% same, which essentially means they are brother and sister from the same set of parents. I have to be very clear: same set of parents. Okay, now what does the government have to do? The government has to prove fraud with clear, unequivocal, and convincing evidence, and this is this is a massive legal hurdle. They say that you cannot unequivocally claim that a brother and sister got married for immigration purposes. The United States in the past has deported people for far less crimes. Either the judicial limit Either the judicial limit has really been lowered, or I don't know what it is. Maybe the Republican Party just wants to keep hammering Ilhan Omar this, Ilhan Omar that, she should be deported, just so they can keep the fear of illegal foreigners coming and usurping our land, our property, our way of life in the United States. Where did we hear this before? I leave you to fill in the blanks. This kind of mongering, to fear mongering, is only going to help go for so long. People know that there is enough to get this thing proved. So who has the power? Congress has the power. Congress can investigate, hold hearings, or censure, but Congress cannot prosecute crimes. If you want to prosecute crimes, this needs to be done in a court of law, and the Department of Justice has to have admissible evidence, not just political will. Where does the admissible evidence come from? Well, first thing is to locate where the missing brother is. I mean, if somebody like a website can figure out that this person is helping his other sister in Kenya, Nairobi, to get her website going, come on now, guys, you can do it. It is possible. My gut feeling is that the Republican Party want to just milk it. They don't want to really act on it. I have no hesitation in saying this. This is life, guys. This is new politics. I mean, there is black and white evidence available, and this has been available for close to 7-8 years now. It was available even in the first term of Trump. Didn't do anything at that time. So it just goes on and on and on and on. We have to listen to this. Trump has made a statement about Ilhan Omar like 2 times in the last 1 week itself. And I'm hearing that FBI is looking into it. But previously, FBI said that they cannot prosecute. And they didn't give a reason for why they cannot prosecute. Maybe they were talking about the statute of limitations on marriage, fraud marriages. Come on now. Don't you think that they'll catch you if you illegally married somebody after having coming to US as a student, for example, and marrying a US citizen, then applying for green card? They can't catch you. People who have been living in 40-50 years in US were caught of falsifying information at the time of applying for green card, and they use that to deport them. There are lots of things available, and yeah, you have to go in front of the court. Yes, you say that this person falsified information. The other thing here is that Omar is not the last name of Ilhan. There is another story there also, and how she got her residency citizenship, that itself is a whole gray cloud. All this I have covered in the past. So if every time the Republican Party says that, oh, we will put this person, deport this person, I'm now beginning to get a little irritated, because you cannot play the same thing again and again. If you have proof, provide it and get that person deported. For example, many sites have written about Ilhan Omar having married her own brother. Why did she not sue anyone for defamation? In US, these are serious cases. You could get out of business, especially if you are willfully suing somebody in order to gain some benefit. News sites have a little bit of leeway on the freedom of expression, but they still have to produce the proof. That's serious. If you are saying that somebody is the brother of somebody, and said somebody married her own brother to commit fraud, you have to have exactly why they say these things. And only Somalis would know, because they went through this refugee system. So why has she not sued any of these entities? Because if it is in the court, and if the person who wrote the article defends by saying, look, in order for me to prove what I said is true, I need the DNA samples of Ilhan Omar and the said spouse. Then what happens? Then truth happens, right? So she has been keeping quiet. She just keeps giving some other nonsense. Even today, she came on CNN and just CNN or one of the big TV channels and ranted off. Viewers, you need to be clear-headed in such things. Whoever is illegally in the United States has to go. If you are here legally, yes, you have every right to be here, every right to defend yourself, and every right to be considered as one among equals. But if you have bent laws, if you broke laws, well, then karma is going to catch you. That's all I have to say. Let me go quickly see if there are any questions from you guys. I know it's an early time because in about half an hour, I will be going on Tamil channel with Kalavai Venkat on the ongoing series on Christianity. I'll be doing that. Let's see. There are no questions. I think people are just making comments. What's it saying? You can blame Islam all you want, but the real capital are crooked politicians like Trump and Mamta and Pappu, etc. All right, so that's all we have. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to click on the bell button for notifications, and please help us get the message out on Parashurama series. This is episode 1 of 4. 2, 3, and 4 will be coming in a few weeks. Also, I would love to hear from you about the background music that we have employed. A lot of work has gone into that. We have done, it's all in our own compositions, a lot of effort, sweat, energy, and we would love to hear from you. Maybe you can just tell us what are the different ragas in use. Some Hindustani, some Carnatic. We have used all those things. Please do help us, help our Generation Z, Generation X, millennials, and everybody. Thank you once again. Namaskar.